into December now. The leaves are hanging on, but soon to come off completely. Left with bare branches, but I'm coming up to the autumn border because I know the colours aren't so great as the amazing fall colours in the States, eastern United States. Nevertheless, I think these muted colours are really rather lovely. Over there we have a Zelkova, a small form with yellow leaves anyway. And at the back here is a hornbeam. A small hornbeam developed for its autumn colour called Rockhampton Red. I think the muted colours here in the southwest of England are beautiful. The last of the Narines. You see that wonderful dogwood Midwinter Fire in its autumn colouring, which is a pale orange and green. And you just start seeing the wonderful red stems in there, which of course, once the leaves are gone, are going to be visible all winter. It's a wonderful thing. Well, let's just swing around from Midwinter Fire and look in that direction. What I haven't done lately, or much at all, is to take you along through the yew tunnel and to the shell grotto. The idea was that these are my ladies guarding the entrance. Good morning, ladies. And through the dark yew and out to the urn, protected by this little critter here, the beckoning boy, and I think he's probably knocking on the side of that urn in order to wake up his friend that's inside. Slightly weird, I know, but there it is. Quirky, I believe. And then there's the grotto entrance, and all my shell work. And there's Rockhampton Red in the back, framed. Well, we'll come out again. Come back down through the yew tunnel. And out into the light. Look at all these different colours in this euonymus elatus. Got bright red and green and a very pale yellow, all together. What a wonderful sight it is. And then to their right are the black stems of the hydrangea Zorro, with one very late flower. Marvellous contrast. Let's show you this amazing horizontal ginkgo tree. It's getting absolutely enormous. It's about 20 years old and it sort of starts in there somewhere. It's gone out by about 12, 14 feet. And now it's become a kind of a game to see how far across the grass it's going to go before it hits the chestnut. But it's still got the wonderful autumn colours of the ginkgo, and what's more, you can admire them from right up close because you can get right in it in a way which you can't with a upright ginkgo. Lovely colours. And the intriguing leaves. Very, very ancient. Millions of years ago, ginkgos were around. But it forms quite a feature here. Working my way past Pan and up this path here by the attractive spent flowers of hydrangea Tokyo Delight and the fearsome spines on this Gleditsia tree from the Caucasus. I was disappointed not to see a load of flowers on my lovely lush foliaged tree from China, Polyspora. And then you look on the ground and there they all are. Heavens. So it must be flowering, and the problem is it's flowering right at the top. Let's have a look, see if we can see them. Ah yes, there they are. Like large camellias, which in fact is what they are allied to. Coming up here, there's some more muted autumn colours, except this ornamental cherry here, Japanese variety, Shimizu Sakura, which not only has beautiful semi-double white flowers from pink buds in the spring, but has this lovely autumn colour, set off by the red stems of the maple and the weeping conifer and the blue bench. Now, since I've been filming this video, we were subject to the most terrible storm a few days ago. Sustained winds of 70 to 80 miles an hour for about almost 48 hours. So venturing around the garden, I dreaded to see what damage had been done. The first thing to greet me was this Mexican pine, Pinus patula, which I planted in 1988, down. And it's not so much the tree that's down, it's what it's gone down on top of. That's the problem. As you can see, there's a bit of a mess here with the magnolia under there and various other things, all rather smashed up. But worse was still to be seen when we came down here. Making our way down to the blue bench. There's a dirty great pine, Pinus montezumi. Some of the red stems of the Acer have been smashed, but hopefully they'll sprout back. It's certainly a mess, and here are the bananas behind everything. The end of the pine just missed them. But took one or two of the branches of the black walnut. Oh well. Having to approach from this side, the enormous oak tree, 170 years old, has now come down, bringing with it, I'm not entirely sure what. Interestingly, as an aside, this tree of Filaria latifolia, which used to be beside it, has come down, and I notice it's actually in flower. Maybe a bit late in its life, unfortunately. One could possibly get a better idea of it coming from the Turkish tent area and seeing it all sprawled on the ground and leaning right over. It's going to be quite a thing to clear up. I think this enormous oak has not actually landed on anything particularly precious, I'm pleased to say. But of course, who knows what might be revealed when it's all cleared up. And finally, luckily falling the other way, Gleditsia with the spiky, thorny trunk. I suppose it could have been worse. And luckily it didn't go in the opposite direction, which would have crushed a lot more precious stuff. So, having a glimpse of the blue bench and the red-stemmed Acer through the tangle of pine branches, we can remind ourselves what it was like only a few days ago, and what I hope it will still be like when everything has been cleared away.